Today is December 12th, and I'll be spending 2 days, 1 night at Cliffs Campground tonight, right up in this area. And the trailhead I'm taking is down by Munising Falls right here. So this will be a little over a 5-mile hike to the campsite. And I'll be trying out my new half-width hammock tonight. Now at the beginning of the trail at Munising Falls, I had to take a detour that came up from down there. The trail's washed out, and I'll be heading in this direction right here. Now check out all the birch trees on this trail. There's just hundreds of them right in this area. And you can see Munising Bay over there, Grand Island. Now as you can see on this sign here, skiing is allowed. And of course we have no snow yet. We're about 3 weeks behind. This area averages almost 150 inches of snow per year. And today I'm also taking my trekking poles. I know we're supposed to get about 2 inches of rain tomorrow. It should be very wet in this area. Check out this small waterfall. It's just beautiful. Look at the way it's carved out down there. That's neat. It's right on the trail. And this is a bridge that crosses that little stream where this waterfall is. You can actually walk right up to it here. Yeah, that's nice. I'll be coming up to a small bridge over here. It looks like there's some kind of a little waterfall. And there's the bridge, and a little waterfall. And it runs into Lake Superior over here. And here you can see Grand Island again. And there's a little bay that runs into the island. I'll try to zoom in on it. One thing that you'll see along this trail is large beech trees, just like this one. And this sign shows some of the winter birds in the area. Coming up to a little opening here. Oh, this is nice. As you see, we're high up on a cliff. A little pond over there. Then we have Munising Bay. And just to the right of it there, that's Lake Superior. And we continue back on the trail. Now once again I could hear some water, so it must be some kind of a rapid or waterfall coming up. And once again another beautiful small waterfall. Now I enjoy hiking in the late fall or early winter like this, especially if there's no snow on the ground and the leaves are gone. You can see much farther, much better views this time of the year. It looks like I come up to another little bridge. This trail here has been overall easy. You climb up about 150 feet, and of course it's been raining, so the bridges are wet. Now if I want to go to Sand Point, which is 0.8 miles, what you'll do is you'll go down these steps right here. Oh, this is nice. Now this looks like a beautiful spot. Should get some real nice views here. There you can see Sam Point off in the distance here. It's all Munising Bay. Another little small waterfall over here. Here's a good view. Now I'm coming up to another opening here. Should get some really good views from here. Some beautiful cliffs. I can hear another waterfall. It's hard to see it. There's a waterfall there. Of course, Lake Superior. Beautiful. Right now it's in the upper 30s, so the temperature is not bad for this time of the year. The average high should be 28 right now. And of course we should have about 2 feet of snow here. But as you see, there's no snow. I'm expecting 2 inches of rain tomorrow. And there's a little waterfall. It's kind of hard to see from here. I'll have to cross the bridge here. Maybe on the other side I can get a better view. That's where it goes over the ledge. And that's a little bridge I just crossed. And here's the waterfall. There, I found one area I could videotape this little waterfall. And it's beautiful. Check out the size of roots on this tree. And it's got to be at least 10 feet high. And once again, these trails run close to the ledges here. So you want to take it extra careful, especially when it's wet. Of course, this is where you get the beautiful views. And this is a nice view of the cliffs from over by Miners Castle area. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, it's beautiful. And here I come up to another little bridge. And a beautiful little waterfall going over the ledge here. Now I see a sign coming up, and I think that's going to be Cliff's Campground. This trail was wet and muddy for most of it. It made this little over 5 mile hike seem like a 10-mile hike with the detours and mud. Yes, this is Cliff's Campground. I'll be setting up my new hammock. I am now setting up my half-wit hammock at the campsite. Now this is my homemade underquilt. It's out of a military patrol sleeping bag. It's rated for 32 degrees. What I did was I ran shot cord through it and sewed it. I know it's not the most beautiful looking, but that should do the job. I put a loop on the end, a couple of washers. And I put another piece of shot cord here wrapped around here. It's got a loop knot or like a surgical knot in it, just like this right here. And it works just like a cinch buckle system. It's all very lightweight. I did the same thing on this end. And then here, you can cinch it up on each end. So we'll do the same, keep the head and foot area warm. There'll be no gap here. Same thing here, I sewed it in through. And you cinch it up with this. So you have the foot end and the head end will be cinched up to the hammock. I now have the hammock set up with the edge tarp. Total time to set this up was around 20 minutes or so. So it didn't take too long. And I have it set down so the tarp is just about in the right position. Yeah, you can see how well I have it cinched down on, this will be a head end. And check out the other side. And this will be the foot end. As you can see, it's cinched very well. I'm hoping it all works good tonight. Now I'm boiling some hot water to make some supper here. Tonight I'm going to be eating chili mac with beef. Of course you can tell it's dark out now. It's dark early. I am now inside the hammock. The underquilt that I made seems to be working pretty good. I don't feel any cold on my back. I left the tarp up just a little bit higher. If I need to, I'll lower it down, but I think it's going to be okay. I have my flashlight hanging right here. And right above it, I have this little organizer. You keep the cell phone in it, and a flashlight. And right off the side here, also hanging on the guy line, I have my camera gear in this stuff sack. Now, so far it's working good. Got a nice side lay. The homemade underquilt comes up far enough so it wraps around me. Alright. And I have the half net pulled back so it doesn't affect me at all. And I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Good morning. I slept very well last night. My feet did get a little bit cold there, but not bad. I actually slept at least 7 hours straight. And a homemade underquilt that I made did work okay. Without it, I think I would have been very cold because it was windy last night also. And one thing I brought was a couple pieces of this windshield reflector. So that did help a little bit. I think next time I will try using the side pullouts. Because I don't think the underquilt can affect that at all. Without having the pullouts, it makes you feel like you're kind of squished inside. Not bad, but just a little bit. Now I'm going to make some breakfast right now. I am now boiling breakfast. Overall, this hammock worked good last night. The underquilt, without the underquilt, I think it would have been very cold. Because it did get down to about 36 or 37. I did see 37 on my pack at about 11 o'clock at night. Right after breakfast, I'll be breaking down the hammock. And it did snow a little bit last night. Mostly just flurries at around 11 o'clock. And that changed to rain early this morning. Now I did check my thermometer on a pack and it did say 37 degrees, so it did get fairly cold last night. I boiled the hot water in the biscuits and gravy there. And I wait 10-12 minutes and I'll have this breakfast. Now the only negative part about camping this time of the year in December or January, of course you got the cold, but it gets dark way too early. In this area we have only 8.5 hours of daylight, so it gets very boring at night. It's nice you can walk around and check out different areas. It's now starting to rain hard, I'll probably be switching to my underwater camera from now. Okay, now I have camp all broken down. I look around, make sure I didn't leave anything behind. You see I got my pack cover on because it's been raining all the while I was taking the tent down and tarp down. So now I'll be heading on the trail. I am now leaving the Cliffs campground. Last time I went in this direction here, it was about 2 miles to the Miners Castle parking area. And now this time, I'll be heading in this direction, back to Munising Falls parking area. That's a little over 5 miles. Through a lot of wet here, looks like. Now check out the moss growing on that log. You can see how close this trail runs to the ledges here. And it's very slippery today, so I have to be a little extra careful. And some of the boardwalks or bridges are also extremely slippery. Okay, I have 2.7 miles to go to Munising Falls. So I've made it almost halfway now, and it's still raining. And once again, this is where the trail's blocked off, so I'll have to take this detour. So it makes the hike a little longer, maybe a total of a quarter mile. I am now back at the Munising Falls trailhead, and thanks for watching Up Trail 71.